Welcome to the newest installment of the Untitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is Giger.
Hello.
And for this episode, we watched Cam. Before we get into it, spoiler warning now! If you want to avoid spoilers, skip ahead to the timecode you see on the screen. Let's get right into cast and crew rundown. This was directed and co-written by Daniel Goldhaber. This is his first full-length movie. Previously, he has done two shorts. Alice, aka Lola, was Madeline Brewer, and it was bugging me. I knew her. I know her from two things. She was in Orange is the New Black as Trisha Miller. In Orange is the New Black, she's recognizable, but her hair is way different. But I know her from Hemlock Grove as Miranda Cates.
Which I still need to get around to watching now.
Yes, you do. The first season is fantastic. And the second season, she gives us a very nice moment, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
And she's also in The Handmaid's Tale as Janine, for those who have seen that. I'm going to just pick a few more people, because it wasn't a very, very, very huge cast. Tinker was Patrick Dara. He's been in the TV show The Path. He was in The Visit as Dr. Sam. Been in lots and lots of other TV stuff, and he did a voice on Red Dead Redemption. Lynn, the mom, was Melora Walters. She was in Butterfly Effect, Dead Poet Society, Boogie Nights, Magnolia, among many, 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 many other things. And the brother, Jordan, is Devin Druid. A lot of people will know him from the bullshit TV series 13 Reasons Why. We'll leave it at that. As Tyler Down. And he's also in Louder Than Bombs. And that's cast and crew for me, unless you have anyone else to add.
Nah.
All right, let's get into our initial thoughts. What did you think, sir?
It was okay.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Like, I didn't hate it, but I most certainly didn't love it. Not sure if I can actually say that it kept my interest
Okay.
until it got to its point. But I wasn't bored either. I was just more intrigued and, like, fascinated by the entire cam girl world.
Subculture.
Yeah.
They have their own little, like, secret club bar place.
Yeah.
I wrote about that in my notes. It's like, does that exist? Is it really like a secret cam girl, I don't know, private club?
Yeah.
I concur. I was more into it, I think, than you were. Once I saw what was going on, I was definitely intrigued. Also, it's raining here, so if you hear background noise, that's what it is. I can't stop that. But this felt like a story that did not get fully fleshed out enough.
Oh, totally.
I didn't mind it. I thought that what it had was good, but it felt like a skeleton with a little bit of meat on the bone. It could have been a lot more. There were several kind of plot arcs that were never seen to their conclusion. I'll get into the rest of that in mediocre. But overall, it was an okay watch. Certainly not the worst thing that we've seen. I thought to myself, if we'd watched this in October, it would not have made top 5. But it would not have made bottom 5 either.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even have been an honorable mention. It just would have been, as you said, it's just there. It's okay. Like a solid 5 out of 10. Technically, the directing was okay. Cinematography, again, okay. Nothing was super mind-blowing. The acting was totally fine.
Yeah, I believe that everybody that was trying to portray white trash, I totally believe they were white trash.
Right. You want to get into our breakdowns?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite scene?
Favorite scene is probably when Madeline was taking on the entity or program or whatever it was.
Right.
And, was challenging it what to do and start slamming her head against the table. I mean, that's when things actually started to get good.
I didn't think it was that bad before then.
And yours?
Kind of the same thing. It's in this... that whole, 10-minute block of time was really good. I thought it was clever. An interesting way to outsmart the entity. It's like one of those Bagul monsters that's just like, I'm going to invade the internet and go after cam girls. We'll get into that. I liked, though, when she first got face to face with, like, we'll say Alice and Lola, when Alice got face to face with the other Lola in Tinker's hotel, and other Lola's like, hey, how are you? And I love the line, she doesn't even know what she looks like. That was fantastic. That was probably my favorite moment in the, other than the scene that you described. But as far as a moment, it kind of put things into perspective. Whatever it is, just inhabits and copies whatever it's doing, Ghost in the Machine or whatever, but it has no sense of who it is or what it looks like. Because I was waiting for that showdown.
Yeah.
And I thought that part was pretty cool.
And yeah, like, to go along kind of like with what you were saying, like, I also thought it was kind of cool, the entire, her researching and discovering that one girl is dead.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
let's put a pin in that because I want to visit that later.
Yes.
So, okay. If any, what was a holy shit moment?
Holy shit moment was, I don't really have one.
I have one.
Okay.
When she shot herself in the head.
Oh, yeah.
And then got back up.
Uh-huh.
I was not expecting that. I thought she was just going to, like, fillet the gun and then that was it. She fucking blew her brains out and then got back up. I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Well, let's take apart this onion. What was your mediocre moment?
All right, so there's several that can be done here.
Agreed.
A lot of the plot holes.
Yes.
Take, for example, the one dude that I guess was like a high roller or whatever. And when she was first talking to him at the beginning, and he quickly, hears a noise and is like, I heard something, I gotta go, and disappears, and it's just like, ooh, is that the sign of something's happening? And then it's like, no, it's just UPS or some shit.
We were kind of led to believe that Tinker was possibly a stalker. Well, he was, but like a more crazy and dangerous, I guess.
Yeah.
Than he turned out to be. So that was a thread that I don't think was necessary if they weren't going to go all the way with it.
Yeah. I think my number one thing is when she confronts Tinker and she's trying to get the info. Tinker's just like, I have no idea what it is. Okay, so my problem isn't Tinker saying that, it's just that's as far as it went for the entire movie.
As far as like exposition on what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that there's times where, it's like we don't need to be spoon-fed or anything like that, but I really got the feeling that we don't know because the people that made the movie don't know.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a little bit frustrating right there.
Yeah, I'm with you on both of those. My overall mediocre things are what you were saying, just things that were brought up that weren't explained or there was no development. So in addition to those, you brought up the baby, the number one cam girl. Alice finds out that she died, but they didn't go anywhere with that.
Yeah.
I mean, was she next? If she didn't stop whatever it is, was she going to be killed? Was like a weird Final Destination thing where she was going to be killed next?
I know. I mean, because then, she's researching all the other girls, and I'm like, so are all these other girls dead?
Yeah, but they don't really... it's just another thread that they never...
And it's one of those things, like, they could have easily tied it up with, Tinker killed these other girls.
Right, yeah.
Because he's so much in love with whatever it is.
True. That
he'll do whatever it tells him to do.
I mean, it could be like a succubus.
Yeah.
There, so we've already made the movie better. There we go. See? Hire us. Once again, we fix plots in movies. People in Hollywood, we've done it many, many times. Hire us. All right, my main mediocre moment, though, is the end. After all the shit she went through, she's just going to put some makeup over her broken nose, put a really bad wig on, and then start again. But yeah, it seems like it'd be that one show on TLC where you're an addict and you can't intervention. She needs to have an intervention, like a cam girl intervention. Like, you just found out this weird thing is stealing people, potentially killing them. You maybe were next. We don't know. You don't know because we don't know because the writers don't know apparently. But you know what? I'm going to do it again, and I have makeup and a wig on, so I'll be okay.
Yes.
The end was just so...
Because I have really no other talent.
Yeah, exactly. And that bugged me. I didn't like that.
Like, the only thing, I guess, as far as her motivation was just that, she learned what she could do by watching that thing.
I guess.
but still, that doesn't warrant
It just seemed like like
jumping right back into that.
a lesson. I'll just what if it happens again? I'll just start again. You don't know that because
Hmm.
you don't know what you're dealing with, because no one does. So that's the main one for me. All right, if any, LOL moment.
Trying to remember. I know there was something. Yeah, nothing's coming to mind right now.
Yeah, I don't have anything in my notes either. So nope, nothing for me either. All right, I guess that takes care of our breakdowns. Is there anything else you'd like to add? You want to go to my notes?
Notes is fun.
Philip's notes are actually quite short. Oh, I liked her picture frame TV stand.
Oh yeah,
Thought
yeah,
that was
that was cool.
Also, I think Tinker is a fucking cool name.
Mm-hmm.
That was one cool thing the movie did. I thought that was an awesome username. All signs were pointing to him being this malicious person.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they had that idea, but then they kind of went for the easy way out. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they started with idea A, Tinker, and then went with idea B,
Mm-hmm.
Sextergeist, and then that's just what they went with. I don't know. So that's what it feels.
Just found my new hashtag.
It's just, it felt like two different plots, and it kind of took a weird turn. And yeah.
Oh, something I forgot to mention. This is connected. Bloomhouse technically
Yeah.
was the one that bought the rights and released it. No jump scares.
Very true. Yeah, I wrote that. That's actually my very first note. Bloomhouse. 'Cause I always write it down when it happens. Like, fuck, here we go. But yeah, good call. I liked the scene. This is also maybe favorite scene, part 2. I liked the scene where she watched herself kill herself. Where she watched herself shoot herself in the head, because her reaction was like kind of almost legit. It felt very real. Like you just watched yourself kill yourself. That would fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
I did like that a lot. This is when it started going off the rails to me, when she says, "You knew this was going to happen to me." I was like, how? You didn't explain anything.
And it was just explained away with, I can see the patterns.
Yeah, it was lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else we said, I was talking about the her outsmarting the whatever Sextergeist, and getting her stuff back, and then ranting a bit about the end. So those are all for my notes. Anything else you'd like to add? You want to go to final thoughts?
Final thoughts is fine.
I mean, I wouldn't say don't watch it.
Yeah.
But I would say go into it with lower expectations, I guess.
Yeah.
I've seen people on a horror page on Facebook, but people love it. I didn't love it, but I certainly didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. Just know what you're getting into and don't expect a whole lot, and be ready for the plot to not explain itself and to make a kind of left turn and go towards a different conclusion than what it felt like it was going towards in the first half of the movie. Anything else from you?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. Like, I'm not going to say don't watch it. I mean, it was still good. It's just, as you said, don't go into it high expectations.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, that takes care of final thoughts. But before we go, as it pertains to Cam, what did we learn?
I learned if cam girl culture had a version of creepypasta, this would be number 1 on that forum.
Very nice. Very nice. I learned a couple things. I learned, one, that if I were younger and had a nice body, and I would probably look into like cam stuff. It seems like really easy money. You just go to the dollar store, buy some like accoutrements for your show, and there you go. Make some money.
As long as you don't stress out about trying to make it the number 1 and spend money you don't have, because
I wouldn't be buying a $5,000
she was definitely
couch.
spending.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm like, I'd be happy just paying rent. And I also learned that if my friend was going around the party showing everyone else video of my sister doing like pseudo porn stuff, I'd be beating some ass. I would not be all, okay, well, no, you turned it off and now it's awkward, and then just kind of glares at him, and it's just, I'm like, you get the fuck out of my house, dude. You are a dick.
Imagine how awkward it was for that other subplot girl that was attending the party.
Yeah, again, see, things just, yeah, that going to go anywhere? There's more that could have happened that didn't happen, but yeah, so that's that. Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for listening. If you've seen Cam, tell us what you thought of the movie in the comments below. Did you think the plot was a bit... I hate to use the word loose, but yeah, Vibratron. Or did you enjoy it more than we did? If you liked the video, please hit the like button, share with your friends or cool people who might dig the Vizcast. And please subscribe to the channel, including hitting that notification bell to stay up to date on the newest content. Speaking of, our next episode will be on question mark, because we kind of just jumped into Cam.
Yeah.
So, and this is actually our first movie since 31 days, because we've been watching tons of TV stuff. So until then, once again, my name is Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we'll return next time. Goodbye.
Bye.